Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Sorry for this one being a little bit late, guys. I wasn't personally on top of this card for like my main account because you guys know the vibes of that. So my boy KSR ended up getting him, and you know we have some other players to review over here. So I kind of just figured, you know what? I think for the Friday content, we'll leave it as CAICEDO and St. Max. And I already collected a bunch of footage for a bunch of player reviews. I'll probably do that in the morning when I wake up and then just go from there, right? So we'll just leave CAICEDO and St. Max up for now. With CAICEDO, guys, we're taking a look at someone who is 5'10", high work rates, right-footed, 3-star capability. So people are wondering whether this card is good or not because he is one of the leveled objectives for the season, right? So I think he's like, what, level 15, 20, something like that? I completely forgot. Player traits, he has none. In-game attributes, this is how the card is formatted, right? So CAICEDO, in-game, guys, looks like this. So a lot of people are giving this card the anchor chemistry style, which I'm not completely against, to be honest, because you do give him a little bit of a physical boost as well as the pace. I personally always believe that the pace is always going to be the most relevant thing that you want to improve on cards as much as possible, right? Giving him basically perfect defending stats while also giving him pace capabilities, I feel like is going to be a very ideal situation for this card. You could potentially use this card on a hunter chemistry style and just use them as your attacking oriented center mid if you also want to do that as well. I do personally believe that for a better general experience, shadow chemistry style is probably going to be the go-to. But like I said, if you're using him as your attacking oriented center mid, it wouldn't be a horrible decision to give him a hunter because attacking oriented center mid means these guys are only on cover wing. So on a cover wing instruction with a hunter chemistry style, it still allows you to attack with it, right? Do I see this card mainly being used in a more defensive light? Sure, but we'll be taking a look at that, right? Pace will be improved. On the shadow, defensive stats will be very good. Passing on the cards also going to be in a very good area too in the midfield positions. Definitely good stuff to work with there. His dribbling, all in the mid 80s, somewhat 90s area, 90 for composure, 5'10" height at an average body type. Normally with an average body type in the midfield position, it works out perfectly fine, especially with dribbling stats like that. So we're going to see if that's going to be a big influence for this card. Defense, like I said earlier, is going to basically be perfect on a high defensive work rate. So really cool stuff there. And then for physical capabilities, the card is also working with 90s for physical stats, unless you decide to give him that anchor chemistry style to boost his pace, defending, and physicality as much as possible. So yeah, for us guys, we're going to be using him in a 4-3-2-1 setup because we are also reviewing some other cards too. We'll be switching him between the center mid position down the middle as well as the right center mid position, right? And this team, it actually works out great because if I wanted to, for instance, use Julington as the stay back while tagging cover center and CAICEDO in the same exact way, it would work because Park Ji-sung, you know, if he wants to be my attacking oriented center mid, I could totally do that, right? But just for the sake of this formation and the way that it's set up, we have it only sits against the box with the cross. So we have these instructions for both of the cards. So that way we can kind of test them out in both ways, defensively as well as attacking wise, all that good stuff, right? So yeah, we'll see what he performs like in game. Hopefully he's a beast.
Well, that was a great save.
Nice, CAICEDO.
Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. Aaron Ramsdale is the goalkeeper. Joao Cancelo starts with...
Oh man, I wish the pass was a little bit better there. Had a lot of space to work with. Are you offside? Oh, that's unfortunate, man. That would have been a good goal. Oh, maybe. Oh, come on. Oh, CAICEDO.
Now with Cancelo. Park. Still level here, but the pressure escalating.
Oh man, that play should have been way better. I need movement, boys.
Joao Cancelo. Park. A foul, but advantage played. CAICEDO in with a chance.
Nice. Good job, boys. Way to open up the space, my guys. Let's go.
And now the question is, can they see this?
Veron!
And the Ducks get the game restarted.
Not such a bad pass, but we still got it.
Can they come up? Concentration levels high. So the current scoreline 4-2.
Nice pass, CAICEDO.
Well, had that gone in, the game was firmly in their hands. Now, though, they've got to make sure they don't let this slip.
Getting forward.
Oh, man. Unlucky. By the way, guys, CAICEDO actually feels like pretty light. It's nice.
Martinelli. Cutting infield here. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was.
Well done, CAICEDO.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today. No rain in sight. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson.
Nicely done.
Of action from a successful intervention, winning the ball back.
We're good, though. We're good.
Is it going to be?
Oh, my timing on that was impeccable. But the emphasis touch when you're close to the goalkeeper.
Park. Well, possibilities in the centre. Opportunity here. Oh, a vital piece of last-ditch defending.
CAICEDO again.
Park.
Almost. But quick afterwards. You see that?
Park. Well, he's won the ball.
CAICEDO gets to it.
Flow, but in the end decided that that wasn't possible. They need to get tighter. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end.
Yo, CAICEDO is actually, like, not bad, eh?
It's a two-goal lead now. Well, it's a tale of four.
Pick off that as well, my boy.
3-1 it is.
His card's not bad, eh?
Will it be? Oh, marvellous defending to deny him.
Like, look at that transition speed. Like, that's really solid.
Good looking ball. There could be a chance now. But it looked as
Oh, and he was he off? Yeah, he was off.
timing starts with Joao Cancelo in the fullback positions, and leading the line today is Ollie Watkins. Mastery of the passing game. Real chance.
Bro, I don't know why my camera is moving like this, bro. Do you guys see this? Like, it's making me dizzy, bro.
Again here.
It's honestly making me dizzy. Look, you guys can see it. It keeps moving, bro. It doesn't stop. Is this because of the stadium?
Zinho. Payet. And tidily played. Read it superbly to take back possession.
Run!
Promising looking attack.
Oh, man. That would have been nice. That whole play was sick, man.
Well, he prevented it from going over the line. It comes to nothing in the end.
Oh, that was close, man.
Elliott. No, high quality defending.
Why not?
Score from there.
Guys, this CAICEDO card's actually good, man. I actually like him.
Park Ji-sung. Moises Caicedo.
Nice try, Moises. Moises. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new CAICEDO card. So, guys, in regards to how this card performs in game, it was like I was mentioning earlier. I personally like him the most on the shadow chemistry style, right? I feel like pace is always going to be a very, very important thing that you want to work with as much as possible. And when it comes to strength, I don't necessarily care too much about the strength. You know, I want him to be as fast as possible. This game is all about the R-Trigger merchants, so you need to be able to have those types of things. I personally liked him the most using him in a more defensive way, right? Attacking wise, obviously you want to try to use a player that's actually attacking oriented, or a really good box to box that has really good attacking oriented stat. For instance, Zidane is a really good example, right? But with Caicedo, I enjoyed using him in the defensive way. The card is actually pretty good, right? So let's say, for instance, you actually decide to end up getting this card in your team and you have the proper Premier League links to work with to get him on chemistry. It's actually a card you can 100% use in the meta of this gameplay, and he'll actually do a pretty solid job for you. I feel like all the stats that he has on the Shadow Chemistry style actually represents the card really well for what he performs like in game, especially when I had him playing through the middle when I was doing like the review for Bruno Guimaraes as my attacking oriented center mid on the right side, right? I had Caicedo playing down the middle, and he was doing a very solid job for me, right? Transition speed is really good. The pace works out great, so if I have to run into certain spaces, he does a really good job with that as well. As an attacking oriented player, you know, again, if I have him on a Hunter Chemistry style, it's possible to do that, but that's not going to be the best way to use this card, right? You're going to be unlocking him to use him in a more defensive way, in my opinion, which he's actually pretty solid at doing. Now, generally speaking, when it comes to whether or not you should choose this card, I think the only reason, right, and this would be a very valid reason, I think the only reason that people wouldn't get this card is genuinely because of the fact that he's very hard to link, right? So obviously, if you go to the Premier League links when it comes to Brighton, you would have to get someone like Mitoma, right? Which, you know, Mitoma could be a pretty decent card. We're going to see what he's like probably tomorrow as well, if we do end up getting his gameplay objective. But yeah, Mitoma is one of the guys you would have to get. This card, to be fair, does have defensive capabilities on a Sentinel. Very all-rounded card, so that could be a pretty solid option to work with. I think they formatted this card pretty nicely for the most part, so that could be something that you can work with. That's going to be proper for the meta of the game. The rest, this show star and stuff, not relevant, right? So it's going to mostly be to Mitoma as well as other Premier League players. So if you can link him and you want to use different types of players, even in the top tier divisions, he's actually pretty good. He's not a bad card whatsoever. He's actually pretty solid. It's just the links. The links is going to be a very, very hard thing to work with if you don't have the right players in your team, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.